we had worked our bodies so hard that even when we looked our best, we didn't feel our best. We knew that there were some other things that needed to be done. Now, alongside of this entire journey, while we were filming and producing all 4 documentaries, I had found functional medicine world because of our son Legend, who had silent acid reflux. I had dug in already, found solutions, fixed his mold infection that he had. So was already a believer, was already a big kind of an educator of myself of how to live a natural lifestyle. So when we met the guy named Stephen Klein, introduced by Judy Sahagian, which is one of our close friends, and, Stephen mentioned, he said, oh, you guys are basically biohackers. And I was like, not really. He said, yeah, there's a whole world out there. It's called biohacking. So that caught my interest. And I told Anthony, I was like, we got to do a documentary about biohacking. So we set out to interview 114 of the world's leading experts in this world. Not only influencers, experts, but also founders, scientists, doctors. I mean, incredible cast that we have. All 5 parts are now streaming live on Amazon. People can go watch. Make sure you take your notebooks because there's a lot of information and a lot of call to action. What we wanted to create was a solution-based documentary. And we didn't stop there. We went further and we dug into the women's health and filmed a 3-part documentary called Shield, where we interviewed 77 of the world's leading female health experts, regenerative experts. I mean, incredible people that are doing, mycoplastic detoxes and pushing menopause by 10 years. Crazy things that are being achieved by these experts. And that's set to be released by the end of this year, beginning of next year. This is
really cool.
into the industry, yeah.
I guess, I was going to ask you, ballroom dancing, what form? Did you smooth or rhythm, or did you guys do?
Cha-cha-cha and jive and tango, my favorites, and samba also.
Oh, very nice. But and Anthony, how much did you lose? You went from 315 down to what?
177. The documentary is called From Fat Lolly to Six-Pack Lolly, the ultimate transformation story. Ultimately, I lost 150 pounds. And then we did multiple documentaries since then, and I've helped, tons of people lose weight globally, stopped a lot of suicide, and helped a lot of the dads and moms regain their life back.
That's really cool and amazing. And it makes sense, right? From the bodybuilding to the biohacking world. So, all right. Well, yeah, keep going. I just wanted to get a couple not what you guys did. But
the way you lead the way. Sure. Tell me what you want to know.
Yeah. So how did you interface with, Make America Healthy Again and the experts you interviewed there?
Yeah, well, we casted Bobby Kennedy when he was running for president. He was looking for specific alignment and exposure with his presidential campaign. And we had a lot of mutual friendships and relationships. And we're a bipartisan couple. We've supported people on both sides of the aisle. We're from New York originally, so we have friends on the Democratic side. We have friends on the Republican side. And so when the opportunity to interview Bobby was perfect. And he was already on the health kick. The word Maha wasn't invented yet, but we discussed his incredible body that you could see that he was doing pull-ups and push-ups, which he did in the documentary as well. And then consequently, after we finished filming Biohack Yourself, he ended up throwing his hat in the ring with President Trump, and he joined forces with Del Bigtree, who was running campaign and the CEO of MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. And Del Bigtree is famous in his own right for his advocacy. He did Vaxxed. He produced Doctors. He produced Dr. Oz, a lot of different shows. He's a very big...
I spoke to him once a few years ago. He was a good guy.
An amazing guy. Amazing guy. Stuck his neck out for a lot of people. And finally, it's paying off, in terms of changing lives and saving lives. So Teresa ended up casting Del Bigtree and in Shield, which is She Healed, another documentary, the sister documentary to Biohack Yourself. This one is all focused on female health. She Healed. And it's got 77 of the biggest names. We put Gary Brecka in it. He's a great friend, and he's actually on the cover of our next magazine coming up because we wanted to know what he does for his wife, Sade. What is the most famous and well-versed biohacker do for his own family? So he's got daughters, he's got a wife, he's got a bunch of stuff going on. And so we picked his brain for the documentary for the world. So being involved with Bobby and Del Bigtree, there was an opportunity that presented itself where they were doing their first inaugural Maha Ball in Washington on Inauguration Day, January 20th. Very dangerous day, very cold day, very, you never know what's going to happen to anybody in the room day, especially when there was assassination attempts.